Well, thank you for tuning in to MealPro Cooking Channel. This is Chef Dan Catania, your culinary instructor here. And I'm going to show you a technique today with this method called pan searing, or how to sear your meats. And what's the purpose of doing the searing? Is you're locking in all your juices and all your flavors into that meat at a real high temperature. And then if it's a larger piece of meat like this flank steak is, you're going to finish the rest of that in the oven at around 400 degrees. So you're starting off with pan searing it on both ends, finishing it in the oven at 400 degrees for about maybe 20-25 minutes until it reaches like 140 internal temperature. You have to have a little small thermometer to check that. But let's get going. So I'm going to turn on my burner here. Okay. And I'm going to let my pan, you have to make sure that your pan gets nice and hot. And I've already put inside some extra virgin olive oil. I like using extra virgin olive oil. Very good to use. And on my seasoning mix, of course, I'm watching out for all you diabetics that are out there. I have diabetes myself, so a lot of these meats that I have here do not have sugar content. So I use honey, natural honey, to add into my meats. I rub it around there first, then I add my rubs or my seasonings on it. Okay, so I'm going to add the oil. It should be getting pretty hot, and the good way to see that it's hot enough is just to take a little piece of the meat here off and then just kind of drop it in there and to see if it's searing. And yes, it is. It's searing. It's doing pretty good. All right, so that's going to be the way we're going to sear this. So you got to away from you, not toward you, when you let it in the pan. So you're just going to put it in the pan at the beginning and then like that. That's how you want to do that. And now we're searing in the meat, right? Is what we're doing. And what that's doing is locking in the juices inside of that meat at a real super high temperature. Okay, so that's called searing your meat products. And you can just tell by looking at it how it's searing it. You can see how the oil from the olive oil is really coming up really well. And how long does it take to sear it? Oh, I'd say maybe a good 3 minutes on each side or so. Okay, so I'm really ready to just flip this over pretty quick. So just remember, it's hot oil. Be careful, you know, don't get any kind of oil on you or burn yourself. So my recommendation is when you take your meat and you're ready to flip it, is you just take the bottom part of your meat, right? And then you take your pan and you lift it away from you a little bit, and then lift it up and then just drop it in like that, right? So now you can just take a look at it and see how that's searing that meat. It's searing it in, all the juices, right? Like I said, it's going to take 2-3 minutes on each side to get it really locked in and searing all those juices inside of this nice piece of flank steak, right? So, and then after that's done, okay, we're gonna let that sit a little bit. What I do is I take a aluminum tin, or you could use a Pyrex dish, whatever you have, and I just oil that down just a little bit with extra virgin olive oil. Okay. Turn my fire on because I pan seared it already. That's the method. And then I'm going to take that beautiful pan seared meat that I have here, tri-tip, put it right down on my pan, right? And then I'm going to take my piece of aluminum foil and go right over the top. So you can do this with chicken breast, whole chicken. You could use pork loin pieces to do this with. And then that's it. You put inside the oven that's preset for 400 degrees for about 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes. And then pull it out, open it up, check the temperature with a thermometer probe to see if it's like at 140, 145. That's about medium or so. And that's it. That's how you sear your meat. The juices are locked inside, and you want to do a real fast, quick roast inside of the oven with your pan with aluminum foil. So that's all it is. That's all it takes. All right, so don't forget now, click the like button, click the subscribe to us, go to MealPro channel and just get some wonderful food items that we have here. And that's it. You take it easy. Have a great 4th of July. Arrivederci.